and welcome to the podcast on lead-acid batteries by Ramesh Natarajan. With industry experience of over 42 years, Ramesh helps battery and battery-related industries with technical inputs and provides solutions to typical problems faced by manufacturers, service personnel, as well as users of batteries and related equipments.
Welcome back to another insightful episode of Batteries Demystified, where we explore everything about batteries. In today's episode, we are diving into a fascinating and often debated topic. The topic is the regeneration of batteries practically possible? Let's start with the basics. Every lead-acid battery has a defined lifespan based on its design, which in turn depends on the application it's intended for. But its performance and useful life in the real world hinge on three factors. First is the quality of the battery itself. Next is how well it is maintained. And last but not the least, how much it's abused through use. When a battery stops performing well or even fails within its warranty period, it must be thoroughly checked before being scrapped. As a battery ages, its performance naturally declines, much like the human body. Speaking of which, here's a helpful analogy. Think of your body with all its organs. As we age, our organs wear down over time. Some of them degenerate gradually, while others may completely fail. This same process happens in batteries, with their internal components breaking down over time. A lead-acid battery contains positive and negative plates, plastic components, and insulating separators, all housed in a container filled with sulfuric acid. Over time, these components degenerate in a harsh, corrosive environment. When key parts like the plates wear out, the damage is often beyond repair. But here is where it gets interesting. Claims are floating around that the batteries, once that have reached the end of their life or even been scrapped, can be regenerated and given a new lease of life. So is this realistic? The short answer is, it depends. For batteries that are completely worn out, the idea of regeneration is impractical. These batteries need replacement parts and not a rejuvenation. However, for batteries that are not fully worn out but have been neglected, such as being left in a discharged state for too long, there is a condition known as reversible sulfation. So you see, we have three situations: batteries with parts damaged, batteries with irreversible sulfation, and batteries with reversible sulfation. Now, when a battery is neglected or misused, irreversible sulfation can occur, significantly increasing the risk of damage to the battery plates. This happens under conditions such as storing the battery in a discharged state for extended periods, or incorrectly topping up the battery with sulfuric acid instead of distilled water, or continuously operating the battery at high temperatures beyond the manufacturer's recommended limits of operation, or failing to address or repair cells that need maintenance or replacement in a timely manner. In some cases, when users fail to regularly top up the cells with water and the top portions of the plates are no longer submerged in electrolyte, these sections stop participating in the electrochemical reactions. Over time, this causes strain on the plates and the top sections can become sulfated. Unfortunately, this kind of sulfation is often irreversible. Now let's see what happens in the case of reversible sulfation. Reversible sulfation is not a permanent damage. It happens when a battery is not properly maintained. Suppose it is left discharged without a timely recharge or used in an uncharged or undercharged condition. This condition can cause the battery's voltage to drop, especially in what is called lagging cells, the weaker ones that affect the overall performance. But here's the good news. Such batteries can be revived through specialized recharging processes. Let's get technical for a moment. One commonly used regeneration technique is pulse charging. Pulse chargers send short, high-frequency pulses of electricity into the battery. This helps dislodge the sulfate crystals that are built up on the battery plates, which in turn restores the cell's ability to hold a charge. The process is quite effective in cases where the battery is sulfated but otherwise in a good condition. In some cases, slow charging combined with a replacement of the sulfuric acid can also revive batteries. These techniques, however, are not a one-size-fits-all solution. They work best for batteries that have been neglected but are not fully dead. When done under proper supervision, these methods can indeed breathe new life into a battery. For instance, in the telecom industry, where lead-acid batteries are heavily used for backup power, battery regeneration has shown some success. Companies have adopted pulse charging to maintain their battery fleets, extending the life of batteries that would otherwise have to be replaced. By regenerating batteries, instead of buying new ones, they reduce costs and minimize environmental impact. However, even in these cases, it's only feasible for a certain percentage of batteries, those batteries that have not reached the point of no return. Now let's talk about the environmental side. Battery regeneration, whenever feasible, can have a significant positive impact on reducing waste. Instead of discarding batteries and contributing to the growing pile of waste, regeneration offers a sustainable option. But remember, this works best when batteries are not fully worn out. Scrap batteries that have crossed their design life simply cannot be revived and need to be properly recycled. Still, even if only a fraction of batteries can be regenerated, this does help reduce the environmental burden and the demand for new batteries. And considering that lead-acid batteries are amongst the most recycled products in the world, any method that extends their life can play a role in promoting sustainability. So to conclude, battery regeneration isn't a magic fix for all battery related problems. While techniques like pulse charging can work wonders for sulfated batteries, it's not realistic to expect every scrap battery to be brought back to life. For batteries that are too far gone, no amount of regeneration will help. They need replacement parts or need to be recycled. That said, for batteries that have simply been neglected or poorly maintained, regeneration techniques can extend their useful life and reduce environmental waste. The key takeaway is this: Don't expect a perfect solution, but understand that in the right circumstances, regeneration can be a practical and eco-friendly solution. For more in-depth articles, blogs and resources on battery technology, visit my website. There's plenty more to explore there. Thank you for tuning in today.
Please do visit www.rameshnatrajan.in. Keep yourself updated about our new releases by hitting the subscribe button.